as a human in this world, you have a lot of other humans that you don't even think of them as guardrails to your life. And something comes up in your world and you ask somebody about it.
Yeah.
And you get a piece of information, or something else comes in and you're concerned about something, you get good advice from somebody, or you get some okay advice from somebody else. And without even knowing it, without even sometimes asking, you're being bumped back in line as you go through your day. You're kind of to
Sure.
stay on a good path. In every
Stay out of the ditches, right?
Yeah, just to fall, even for simple things like some small thing, your wife might catch, and oh, don't do that. The stove's hot, and so every day there's these little moments and big moments that kind of keep us. And I was so excited to get my plane ticket to India. I went online, I bought the ticket, I told all of my friends I was going, I got advice from a lot of people. And I go down to the airport, Newark Airport, and I hand them my plane ticket. And they're like, "What are you doing? You can't get on this plane." I'm like, "What are you doing? I have a plane ticket. I have my passport." They're like, "Well, where's your visa?" Well, what do you mean?
What do you mean visa? I got a credit card here with this.
I showed up to Newark Airport because I've been to Europe. I didn't. You don't need it. Maybe now I think they've changed that. But I told everybody that, so I was so embarrassed to tell. So nobody in all of these talkings thought to remind me, oh, by the way, did you get your visa?
Visa? They just assumed. They might not have even known, right?
They might have let me go all the way to fly to New Delhi without me noticing it. So that was interesting to go down to the airport, have everything already set, and then be turned away at the gate for not having turned away at security for not having your visa. So that was an interesting lesson in travel. Always look at your local travel plans, everybody out there. So I got all that settled, and seeing my business partner over there for the first time in person, it just really melted your brain. To see a person in person that you've only seen on a little screen for so many years, if at all, was brain melting. It was so strange. And I just remember thinking, you're taller than I thought you were going to be.
It's weird because I got to meet my business partner. We had lunch at Chili's, the first time we met. And then a couple weeks later, we're opening this business. We hit it off, and it worked. But I can't imagine, how did you and your business partner meet and kind of gain the trust that you need, because you got to make risky, important, life altering decisions on the journey, and this person's on the other side of the world, and you've never, shook their hand.
Yeah, there's a lot of degrees of trust, but
he's probably thinking the same thing about you. Can I trust this guy? Right?
Well, yeah. And they know as developers that, they know how the systems operate. And so they're in a position of their interests being covered. And, but it takes you have to trust, but verify, whatever it is that, you're in business with. But then just hitting deadlines and calling people back is 80% of the challenge.
Yeah, and if you can replicate that long enough, you start to build that trust, right? You start to understand.
And they did that very early on, and then not only hitting deadlines and calling people back, but showing up to meetings. But even when something was urgent, or you felt urgency that a client needed something, and they would rise to the occasion one time, and then rise to the occasion a second time, or pick up the phone in the middle of the night when it's an emergency. All of that really adds up to some trust.
Yeah, there you go. That's totally true. You've got something good that you want to hang on to. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching one of the clips from the Business Line podcast. If you want to see the full episode, click up here.
And if you want to see more fun clips, click up here.